Hey guys, I'm Liza.
And I'm Justin.
And he's about to try Cape Verdean food. Alright, so we decided that it would be great if each of us tried some food from each other's cultures. So for those who don't know, I am Cape Verdean. Cape Verde is a bunch of islands located on the upper west coast of Africa.
I don't know why you're doing this. We could just put a map up.
We could just put a map up, but I thought if I could be like
maybe in this general area.
Like if this is Africa, wait, I guess this is my west, but that would be your east. But whatever. Anyways,
Okay.
In Cape Verdean culture is very, very connected to Portuguese culture as well. So a lot of our foods are also represented in Portuguese culture. As well as our language is it's a hybrid of like African and Portuguese. So you'll find a lot of Portuguese inspired thought processes in some of our food. I try to stay as Cape Verdean as possible, which means focusing on our specific staples. And for anyone who knows Cape Verdean food, comida de Cabo Verde, the biggest staples are cachupa and like pastel, but I don't have those today.
So we're going third tier. Third tier.
So just a little background, I did have cachupa originally. We were supposed to shoot this video last Sunday. So I had a big pot of cachupa that my aunt made for me. I had pastel, and I had my mom made arroz con tun, and I was just like, yes, this is great, Portuguese, Cabo Verde staples. And that morning, unfortunately, that we were supposed to shoot, my cousin passed away. So unfortunately, obviously we didn't shoot that day. And the food that my aunt made basically was contributed to help the family get through the week. At this time. So it was a really rough week for me and my family. Justin and I decided to reschedule for this week. And because of the wake and funeral just being so close to when we're shooting, it just wasn't right for me to ask anybody to make cachupa again. Because I, like, you know, especially in Cape Verdean funerals, cachupa and canja all you eat. So they get so, like, I don't think my aunts want to look at cachupa for, like, another few months. So I tried to go to a store to buy some. There's this restaurant place that sells it, and it wasn't going to be ready on time. So I got something else, but I think I still kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit with some Cape Verdean foods, but we'll kind of get into it.
I'm really excited to try this. I actually, my mom married into Portuguese, so I consider myself part Portuguese. Just like in the last video where I considered myself part Filipino.
We all know how we feel about that. At least you all know how I feel about that.
In fact, this video is being filmed first, but coming out second, so the egg rolls are being fried right now. Megan is helping me with finishing those up. Everything else is ready to go. We're just going to do this video, and then we're going to go back to the other video. So if you missed that one, it's that corner is the iCard. We'll put that in there, and let's get going with the Cape Verdean food then. Food!
So the first dish I'm going to have Justin try is called feijoada. Now, feijoada is...
Hang on, can I try that?
Yes, I heard.
Feijoada.
Yeah, that was not too bad.
All right.
That's actually, feijoada is represented throughout like a lot of different cultures, especially Portuguese and like Brazilian. But I think the way people prepare it tends to have more of like a reflection of that culture. So this feijoada that I got is more how like Cape Verdeans would prepare it with the lima beans in it.
I was gonna say lima beans. Like there's a lot of lima beans in it.
I am not a massive bean person at all, so I'm not gonna partake in this one with him. But I thought you could at least try it.
You're not gonna try it?
No, not feijoada. I already know I don't like feijoada.
I don't care if you like it or not.
So anyways, typically you would eat feijoada with some white rice. So I got Justin some white rice, so you can put some on your plate to give it a shot, and I'll open the feijoada for you while you do that. But I promise people...
How good is this rice? Is this rice you made, or is this rice...
No, this is one of the things that I did purchase from the store because I was trying to get cachupa, but they didn't have any. But you'll see there's some chorizo in here, too, so get some of the meats. Yeah. I'm going to make Mega plate, too, because I think she's starving behind the camera. Yeah, so I'm
starving behind the camera. She's eating egg rolls as she cooks them.
Nice.
Made eye contact with me. I'm so upset.
I'll do a little bit just in case you don't like it. But... you have to like beans. If you're not a massive bean person, this is not your
I actually have a very interesting relationship with beans.
Really? Okay.
One, I do not like refried beans. It's not even a texture thing. I think the flavor of refried beans is absolutely disgusting. They do nothing for me at all.
Here you go, Meg.
Thank you.
When it comes to like beans and other regards,
yeah.
Like I won't do it in a burrito, but it's fine like on my plate next to a burrito. I don't know what it is. You have a nice greasiness to it,
yeah.
The chorizo and the meat, and then the beans have that dry texture too.
Yeah,
that's good.
So yeah, so that was feijoada. Like I said, again, not 100% Portuguese, Cape Verdean staple because it is represented in other cultures. However, this specific preparation, I can just show you guys a little closer with the
Well, we can take pictures after too.
lima beans in it. Is a lot more reflective of how Cape Verdeans would typically make this food. So the next dish we're gonna try is called risoles. Again, I really wanted to do pastel as a pastry instead of this specific dish, but this is all that the store or the restaurant had at the time. So Michente Cabrera, I promise I will have him try pastel soon.
Oh, that's gonna
but
happen.
today it's risoles. Now this risoles specifically, it's filled with what we call camarão, which is shrimp. It's like a shrimp paste though. It's like a really pasty texture. I'm a fan of this one, but I wasn't interested in eating any of it today because I'm like kind of a little stuffed. So I bought 2 just for Meg again and Justin to try. No obligation to love it because I didn't make it. But if I made it, you have to lie about the fact that you
I'll
like
bite it first and then I'll pull it apart a little bit.
it. Yeah.
I'm so excited
There you
for
go. Meg just like took the plate off the screen.
I like that it looks like an empanada.
The dough
Yeah,
is.
it is. Some people will call that like an empanada as well, like, but I think that's more like in Spanish culture that they would call it an empanada. Yeah, it's like a doughy thing. I love the shell. I actually like it better when they have tuna fish in it. But typically, when you have pastel, they don't use this kind of shell. They use like more of like an egg roll type pastry shell. This one's more like a doughy shell. I don't know what it's called, to be honest with
It's
you.
so weird because the doughy shell, it literally has pulled away from the actual. The shell has pulled away from the dough.
It's like a deep fried pierogi.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I'm
Yeah.
totally on board with that.
And it's probably a little cool. I'm sorry if it's not super
No,
warm
no,
yet because
no,
I just grabbed it a while back.
some
But
shrimp?
yeah, see some shrimp in there? There you go. So that's risoles.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, you like it?
It's really good. I like the breading.
Yeah. I know the breading is probably my favorite part of eating a risoles, to be honest with you.
So guys, I'm really excited for this one because this is the first homemade dish she's bringing me. I think it's the only homemade dish you're bringing me, right?
It's the only. No, I do have a second homemade dish. My mom didn't make it, but I had another aunt who made some this weekend, and I had a couple left, so I brought it in.
Nice.
But this is one my mom makes, one of my favorite things that she makes, in a absolute 100% Cape Verdean dish. This is not a blended from different cultures. This is our dish.
If you think about it, everything's blended from different cultures. But
Yeah,
that's besides the
that's true.
point.
That's true. That's true.
Arroz
cu atún.
Arroz cu atún?
Yeah, arroz cu
Okay.
atún. Which literally just translates to rice and tuna. That's all it is.
Oh.
Tuna is a massive, as I told you before, pastel has tuna in it, and then that thing sometimes comes with risoles, sometimes comes with tuna in it. It's such a tuna is such a big part of Cape Verdean
they're
culture
the islands.
because it's islands. Yeah, so that was like basically the food that they consumed like morning to night all the time. So that's why a lot of my friends will make fun of me about how many times I eat tuna because it's like in everything. So I'm actually gonna eat some of this with Justin because I'm actually a big fan of it. But I'll let you do the favors to take yours first. This is a little moist probably because it was so hot this morning and I
So-
put it in a Tupperware to come here and it's probably already like.
This doesn't look like it's canned tuna. This actually looks like it's tuna
No, it is
from-
canned tuna, but,
Is it
but
canned
we
tuna?
get really good canned tuna. Like,
Okay.
like $4 canned tuna. Like,
right,
we
'cause
don't mess around.
I'm seeing like good, decent, like
you know, there's the cheap tuna,
Yeah.
there's the middle of the road tuna, which is what I usually get for tuna sandwiches.
Yeah.
But this actually looked like chunks of like a tuna steak.
Yes.
So that's
You
what I
can
was
do it. A lot of people will do it that way. Hey, Meg, do you want to try some?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll put some here for you. I'm gonna let her get it off camera though. 'Cause there you go. Yeah. So this is canned tuna, but anytime you make arroz con tuna, you have to use really good tuna. You cannot buy Bumblebee and try to make this stuff. It will not
Bumblebee
taste
tuna.
good. And olive oil is important. If you don't use good olive oil, like forget about it. So I always use the Portuguese olive oils, like Seio. I can't.
Have you
say
ever
it.
been to the olive oil place in Providence? You literally did not even answering. I didn't even bite. This is about me trying it, and she's shoving her face. I asked a question.
I love
totally
rice and tuna.
ignored.
Rice and tuna
fine.
is my jam.
I guess it's my turn to talk. Actually, you know what? It's my turn. She's shoving her face. It's my turn to talk.
Yeah, you
I get
talk.
to talk in this episode. So, how's everybody? You doing good? Yeah. I'm doing great. I have food cooking. I have food I'm eating. This is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. All right, now I'm gonna try.
That's
this.
what you choose to say?
I don't know.
You have a chance to finally talk to my mouth was shut.
Help me.
And that's what you
Help
choose
me.
to say?
What do you want me to say?
My mom makes the best rice and tuna. Challenge me. All right, come on, challenge me, Cape Verdeans. Challenge me. My mom makes the best rice and tuna.
Everyone's mom makes the best everything.
No, my mom makes the rice best and tuna. Nope. I devoured this plate. I didn't even give it a chance. I'm still chewing. I'm putting more in.
It's very good.
Yeah. Little too fishy for you?
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
I love fish, but it is very fish forward.
Yeah.
So I can see why people wouldn't necessarily like it.
I always think it's weird people don't like tuna.
Yeah, I love
I
tuna.
don't know. It's good.
It's funny because you know what? It actually kind of just reminds me of like a seared ahi tuna. That's what it is. That's the flavor I'm getting. It's a very, very, very. It's very like.
You know what's funny? I just finished saying I didn't
Tuna.
get a hisoish for myself because I wasn't super hungry, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
and then you're, like
"Ah,
shoving
ah,
food
ah."
in your face.
I brought a fourth, but it wasn't my plan. It's just we had so much left over from the services this week, so I was just like, you know, I think you should try it because this is another Cape Verde. It's a sweet, so it's like it's a nice way to end our food trope right now, I guess. So I figured to end our little savory take down the Cape Verdean lane, I would give them a little something sweet to end it up.
They look like donuts.
They are donuts.
All right, nailed it.
These
Nailed
are called. I'll let you grab your own.
You and your germ thing.
Well, that's alright. I'll let you grab your own. You can put it on your plate. These are called, more specifically,
Okay.
they're literally donuts, but they're called
Hang on.
donuts.
They are glazed in what? A brown sugar?
It's like, do you want a plate or you good? It's crummy. It's gonna fall over the floor unless you're okay with that.
Or is it just a caramel glaze?
It's like a caramel fudge glaze. Now, this is definitely a Cape Verdean specific dessert. There might be people who have like alternatives, something similar to that, but the specific way this is made is part of Cape Verdean culture. And it's just a sweet. It's just basically a donut glazed in this fudgy caramel, and the caramel gets hardened, so it has like a crunchy outside layer, and then the inside's like a soft little donut, or a drier donut, technically. So I'm a big fan of them. I can only usually eat one though. Like I can't have more than one.
I can
I don't know
see
how
that.
big it is. Yeah, it's just so rich. And
The
sweet.
donut is very, very heavy.
It's heavy donut. Yeah, you have to have it with a
and
drink too.
it is like a dry donut.
Yeah,
It's good though.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know. So he knows basically. So
I-
if you were to pick like out of the stuff you did try today, what was the one you enjoyed the most? Was it the donut?
No, because the donut's good, but it's definitely it's really rich.
Yeah.
And it's really heavy.
Yeah.
It'd probably be tuna rice, and then the other one with the beans that I can't say the name of again.
Feijoada. Yeah,
Feijoada.
yeah,
Feijoada.
yeah.
Well,
Very good.
all right. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, anyway, so that's Justin trying Cape Verdean food. If anybody else is interested in learning more about Cape Verdean culture, let us know in the comments. We could definitely have a cultural discussion one time about both of our things. But again, as Justin mentioned, if you haven't taken a look at last week's video where I tried Filipino food. Is I saying that right? Filipino food?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm saying it appropriately. Take a look at that video there. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
He's full. Now it's time for me to eat. Bye!
I hate that you do that. I hate it so much.
Why do you hate it?
don't
I'm
know.
gonna do it now every single time.